Skylar, right?
Yeah.
I'm Rochelle.
Oh, hey, Skylar. Nice to meet you.
So how's your day so far?
It was okay, not too bad.
Okay, so I guess we should just get started right away.
Yeah.
So this is a confidentiality agreement. You need to sign this, but I'm just gonna let you know what it's about.
Okay.
So I just want you to know everything you say to me is for me and my ears only. But there are exceptions to it. It includes if you have an intent to commit a crime or harm to another person, if the client is suicidal, if the client initiates a lawsuit against the social worker, when a social worker is court appointed, to make an assessment and subpoena to the court of law.
Okay.
So here's a pen. Keep the pen, so I have another form for you. This is an intake form.
Okay.
Just sign. Thank you. So tell me what brought you here today.
Well, I recently decided to go to the doctors to get tested for HIV, and I tested positive.
Okay, wow, okay. So how did you feel when you heard the results of your test?
Well, honestly, at first, I was feeling a little anxious and a little worried, but when I got home, I decided to have a drink, and I shot up a little bit.
I hope you don't mind me asking. What do you mean exactly by shot up?
I took heroin.
Is this something that you do often, or
I do it on a regular basis.
so you mean every day?
Yeah.
Okay. Is heroin and alcohol the only substance that you take, or?
I also take cocaine and marijuana occasionally. It honestly just makes me feel good and it makes me forget about my problems. It's also something me and my friends do together on our spare time.
Okay. So when you say it makes you forget about all your problems, is this the way that you cope with your issues, or?
Now that you mention it, I guess it is the way I cope. I didn't really realize it before, but I guess it's the way I deal with things.
Okay. Would you be comfortable with explaining to me what things these are exactly?
Well, I feel as if I made nothing out of myself. Like, look at me, I'm 25 years old and I'm a bartender at a strip club. I've also been living a closet gay life. My family doesn't know that I've been having feelings for the same sex. I don't even know how to maintain a positive relationship with someone, like an intimate relationship. I don't know how to genuinely love someone, or I don't know how it feels to be genuinely loved by another person.
Okay. Well, that was quite a lot to take in, right? But first I would like to ask you if you have been having any thought of suicidal during this time at all?
No, I haven't.
No?
No.
Okay, that's good. But don't we, so why don't we break it down actually?
Okay.
And, together we can start with, your employment situation perhaps?
Yes.
Okay. So, I can tell you are not very fond of your current job position, is this correct?
Yes.
Okay. So tell me more about why you aren't happy with it.
Well, because I've been working there for 5 years now, and I've been doing the same thing. I'm not learning anything new, and it's not very motivating.
Okay. So you said you have been working there for 5 years, correct?
Yeah.
Have you thought about making any changes in your life regarding work if you're not happy with it?
Well, not really. I make a pretty decent amount of money. I make a lot in tips, and I guess it helps in supporting my drug habits. And it's just not something that I can afford to lose right now.
Okay. What about your family? Do they support you with your choices?
No, they do not. I don't really speak to them as often as I used to. They don't know that I work at a strip club. Um, yeah.
So, are you saying you were close with them once before?
Yeah, at a point, I was close to them.
Okay. So, what made you speak to them not as often?
Um, I guess you could say I had a fallout with my parents. My older brother and younger sister always sided with them, so I felt betrayed. And both my parents also, they had marital issues. So I guess like at the time that this was happening, they weren't in a good place either.
Okay. So, what triggered this fallout?
They caught me smoking crack when I was 17 years old. They kicked me out of the house, and me and my mom have also been in a lot of fights, like physical fist fights. And ever since then, everything's just been really hard to deal with, and I've been on my own for a while now.
Okay. Well, let me just start off by saying that it was very brave of you to come here today. Okay. And to tell me about such a dark time in your life was very, very brave of you. I was just wondering how you felt about fighting with your family at that time and how you feel now that you look back at the situation.
Thanks, that actually means a lot, but at the time I was really hurt and angry at my entire family. But now that I look back at what happened, I realized that they were angry because they cared about me, but I still think that they went about it the wrong way.
Okay.
So I don't really care to speak to them, really.
All right. Well, you mentioned that you were kicked out of your parents' house by your parents, right? Where are you living now exactly?
Well, I'm living in a 2-bedroom apartment with a roommate. It's not the nicest place, but at least I have a roof over my head and a bed to sleep on at night.
It is good that you recognize that there is some positivity in your situation, right? Even at a young age, not many people are able to just, take care of themselves and bounce back. And most 17-year-olds would not be able to be independent at that time, right? And make it this far on their own. So what have you learned about yourself and your world during its struggles?
Well, I learned that I have a lot of things to learn and obstacles to overcome. I also learned that my family was angry with me, but for a good reason, and that they were arguing with me because they cared about my well-being. I'm aware that my addiction is harmful, but I feel good physically, so I don't really think it matters.
Okay. Which of these difficulties have given you special strength inside of your skills?
Well, definitely being kicked out of my house really showed me how to be independent and work hard to survive.
Okay.
I really learned how to do everything on my own.
Okay, that's good. Alright, so just to wrap this up, I see there is quite a lot going on in your life. What do you hope to accomplish from being here today?
Well, I want to be able to come out to my friends and family about my sexuality. I would also like to learn how to maintain a positive, intimate relationship with others, not just intimate, but regular relationships as well.
Okay. How far along do you think you are from achieving your goal exactly?
I'm not sure exactly, but I'm hoping not too far.
Okay.
I realize that it will take time to learn different things, but I'm open to change and progression.
Okay. So just to finish up here, I think it took a lot of strength of you to come here today. The fact that you can point out your challenges is a big step, okay? The first step that we're going to take together is referring you to a support group. Would that be okay? And a skill building workshop as well. In our long-term plan, hopefully for you, we will include referring you to a family counseling agency for you to go with your family, okay? As well as Toronto's rehab facility to help you with your addiction to substances. And this facility, they will provide patient care, advanced treatments, and practical solutions to support the real life challenges that people experience, okay? So we will get you set up with these facilities right away. Should we book you an appointment for upcoming next week? Maybe how about Tuesday at 2?
Sure.
That sounds good?
Yeah.
Okay. It was great meeting you. Okay. And getting to know you today was really, like, thank you for that.
Yeah.
For opening up to me. Make sure you look into the facilities, and I will see you next week, okay? I'm gonna just walk you out here.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.